Yo, man, you already know what the puff's going on. It's your boy, Smokey P, and we're here for the Season 2 premiere with my girl, Gina J. We're out here in LA. You know how we're doing it, man. We took the show on the road this year, and we're about to show you guys how we move the culture, not just in Las Vegas, but across the world. So,
hello.
Tell them who we
are. You going global, brother?
Yeah, we're going global with it.
I love it. Global is the scene now, because that cannabis is everywhere, baby.
It's going all around the world.
You know, yes, absolutely. And you're in the home of it right now. Salute everybody out there. It's your girl, Gina J. If you don't know, I got GinaJ.info on Instagram. But you know me on the breakdown, Gina J. Bro, thank you for having me. King. You know, like, man, long time overdue us doing something like this together, King.
Yes, I see you're
I almost
OG
was jealous, I'm gonna let you know. Because I was watching you season 1, you know, and I was like, damn, like everybody? Damn, everybody but you, okay. Oh, no.
Nah.
But I'll be the opener for this kick.
That's why I came for you for the premiere. I'm like, ladies first, so let's get you on here and let you, spit your game about, how it is out here in this cannabis world, because you've been so deep in this for so long, and I wanted to get a little bit more in depth and have some people hear about what you've been doing. And when did this whole cannabis lifestyle like really start manifesting for you, and you knew like, damn, I'm deep in this, let me take this to the next level?
So Gina J, when I came out, I had to figure out a way to become my character, what I am, my personality. And to share my personality, it was like, how could I get people to stick with this name? Why would somebody want to call you something outside of what your mother named you? You know what I mean? Like, what makes you so cool to have this nickname and everybody got to call you this,
Right.
I had to figure out what made me cool. I already partook in cannabis, behind a lot of situations, behind work and all type of, injuries, all type of stuff. So I already partook in cannabis. I started in music. Okay. So I started in the music field, and of course, cannabis
and music go together hand in hand.
Anything creative.
Yeah.
Anything creative in reality, cannabis is an assistant to it, and so
it elevates me for sure. I know that.
Bro, I know me too. I know I can't live without it. I wouldn't be what I am. I didn't get dressed without cannabis. Hello.
Yeah. You got to get high to be fly.
You better know it. You better tell them. But I did. So I started in music, and cannabis was the thing, and so I took and I created J's. And I would tell people to ask me for a business card. And my business cards were J's.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So people would trip out like, oh, this girl's giving out free weed.
Right.
Like shit that don't really happen, kind of like Santa Claus hit the town. And you could take 2 if you wanted to. Go ahead, take 2, help yourself, depending on where my night was. If I needed more for network, if I had so many, go on and take you 2,
If I got extra business cards,
go on, help you. I got some extras rolled already.
Give it
go on.
To a friend.
Yeah, absolutely, King. And so, a lot of people took to that, and they were actually pushing the word, like, go ask Gina for a business card. And at this point, it was because they knew I had something. They wanted to smoke it, and if they asked for it, they got it.
Okay.
So it trickled throughout the industry, and reality, I did a lot of things in music, and I never felt like I was at home there. Like I never felt like that's what was for me fully. That was my place.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the industry. I know I'm suitable to do it all, but
you're multi-talented.
Thank you, King.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I just chose to go with what I felt was more, I healing. I needed healing. With everything going on, cannabis was healing. And I knew in myself, I said, if I got stranded, I really asked myself this question. If I was stranded on an island, what would I want to take with me, music or weed? And I think anybody knows that if you have a memory, you can remember all those harmonies.
Oh, yeah.
You be singing with your own Mary,
We're all capable of making music and harmonizing.
You can make your own hymns. He said, sing a song onto me, and that's just going spiritual, but sing a song onto me, you know what I mean? And so it's not about your voice being what it is, but from you to him, So I think there's so much real, spiritual realm in cannabis. There's a lot of spiritual things that people aren't tapping into, and so I wanted to come and actually be present in the spiritual, the spiritual realm for the cannabis industry.
Right on. Now with the, we're out here in California. I look at you guys as like a green state. You guys are all into spiritualism and just all the yoga and next level living. So with you guys being on that wave, is there a presence of that type of healing in cannabis going on out here?
Absolutely. Because Vegas, you guys don't get to do all the sessions that we typically are getting into.
Not at the moment.
And we're really breaking away from the stigma.
The vibes, yeah.
We're doing more educational dinners, things of
high end things.
Yeah, it sucks too, because I know that some of the culture is feeling left out, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's like, this is what we can afford, and some of these things are not becoming affordable anymore, and so it feels like there's already a division to our culture, like a separation in our culture.
Still with the underground and the how many sessions? I know Secret Sesh just got compliant.
They just actually did something this weekend.
Yeah,
I'm out in Adelanto.
Yeah.
So salute
Shout out
them
to
for
those
being
guys.
compliant. You know what I mean? Salute that in itself. For me, like, I did Sessions, good lord. And I have nothing against Sessions. It's just where I'm at now. I don't even have the time to go back to do that. I'm on a whole nother level. I keep getting pulled into another level of something different. You know what I mean? So it's not that I don't have time. Well, I don't. They take up my time in other places, So when I see my people on the strength, hey, but I'm really not on those marching the fields like I used to. I'm not hosting the stages like I used to. I'm just in a whole nother brink of cannabis. And everybody knows cannabis is going in a whole nother direction.
Right. And that's where I kind of started following you at first. As I saw you, I'm like, who is this black girl at all the events on the stage with the mic? And I'm like, she must have been doing this for a while. And then I see you with everybody, and it's like, she's connected. I was like, and then you're connected with Smoking Sister Society.
Absolutely.
And then our girl Paige.
That's my baby. Salute you, Paige. I love you, dog.
Thank you, Paige.
LV sets it up, for Smoking Sisters. I'm the West Coast Connect, LA, and so together we came together and did some things that maybe wasn't straight. Well, then it wasn't questioned.
Yeah.
But maybe for Vegas it was. You know what I mean? Vegas had a whole lot of politics, and
it still
we
is.
played in them playgrounds. We tried, and we ended up realizing what wasn't for us for that, and we had to grow away and detach from what it was then. Because Vegas really took and did the correct thing with cannabis. They did not play around with you guys. If you had it, and you made it happen. And there's no gray area in Vegas. And you know what I mean? They set the tone for Vegas. Like, there's no gray area. And so for here in California, with our slick smart asses, we try to find every gray that's possible.
And get by.
Well, they didn't say this in the contract, and then you got attorneys reading it over with you because they're and heavy, they love the medicinal herb as well, and they know it as medicine, and it's unfortunate that we are still being stigmatized to what it is, so we got attorneys that are like, let's review this paperwork, what the hell does this say, Salute the Pop Brothers at Law.
Oh man, shout out to Pop Brothers at Law. Those
guys, salute you guys.
If you don't know, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Don't say anything.
Like, fuck. I don't know if they say it they say it's so demeaning, but I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up.
I need to meet those guys.
They're amazing. I got to introduce you to those men. They're amazing individuals. We're a part of the same network. So I did Urban Kickback YouTube show, the Roll Up Show. I think you're familiar with the Roll Up Show. But we were connected to Cannabis Talk 101, their syndicated radio.
I've
so
listened to those
basically,
guys.
all that they couldn't get off there, we got off over there. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah, so no cursing, no this. Everything was clean there. Yeah. And where we were at, it got dirty, and dirty.
Oh, okay.
We got with the dirties,
I like that. That was that show's still happening, correct?
No, I believe it's on a break right now. I think they're taking a break. I myself personally are no longer. I didn't move forward this year. I told you this direction this year took me in a path that I didn't even expect it to take me in.
And that's the best way, though.
And it was, I love them, salute them, because salute Gilly and the Roll Up Show. They allowed me to get on so many platforms. They did allow me to pave ways on a lot of stages, and so if it wasn't for them pushing the voice for me to be even having a voice on these stages, because in reality I'm overlooked. The minority is overlooked for stage work, and not just minority in color, but woman.
Yeah. And speaking of, paving the way, being a woman first, you know what I'm saying? Would you say that in the cannabis industry that women are well represented in cannabis compared to other industries?
No, we're still the same across the board with other industries. It's the same, I come from music.
Okay.
And it ain't too much different in cannabis. It's kind of like women have their lanes here, and just like we built certain men up in that industry, we're building men up in this industry.
Correct.
Certain men are known to be the the master growers and the whatever they are, but they don't know the caliber of accounting, or they don't have the essence of marketing or branding, or PRing, or none of it. So when we get into the real aspect of what business is, so that's what I say, cannabis has taken a whole nother. Yeah, the turn is way different. We're on waves in this. We've gone through waves, but the wave that it is right now, it's on a whole another caliber of like tidal wave.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're here, you're with the shits, and there's a lot of things that they're opening doors. You just got to know how to get into the shit of the wave. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. So
and with that, with women not being well represented in cannabis, it even makes what you're doing a bigger success story. How you've been able to put yourself into the game and be around some of the people that you've met, and where you're headed right now with your career in the cannabis space.
In music, I didn't even meet the half of the legends that I met in music.
Wow.
The majority of the legends that I met was in cannabis, covering stages. I was blessed. Last Kush Docs was Kush Docs 6.9. I think it was like a Christmas festival.
Okay.
I was blessed to bring out DJ Quick. Yeah,
DJ Quick.
Like, bro, it's just things like in life. I was blessed to be on stage with Bone Thugs and Harmony, and like it's so many things. Like, as a kid, I'm in the car, wishing to be at some of their concerts, that we couldn't afford to attend.
Yeah.
But in reality, I'm just really grateful that women are demanding. It's not so much what we're being given. We're just putting our foot down right now and saying, you know what, we deserve, and if you are going to call me to say, do me a favor, then call me to pay me.
Same way you would call anybody else to get them to promote your brand. And,
right. Call me to pay me, It's unfortunate, like I said, again, it's like, for what we are in, I do Taboo Talk. I don't know if we're going to go on that, but I do a Taboo. I do a 6-woman series panel. Oh boy, I do too much.
Yeah.
I do too much, and I need an assistant.
Can we get her an assistant, please?
I do too much, man. To keep up with the names, the faces, the places, and all the different things that I get into, it's a lot. Like, I think it's challenging.
Yeah, it is.
It's really challenging, and if I didn't have cannabis, I lose my shit.
So speak about a couple of the brands that you associate yourself with, that you're a part of. I know one of them are the Million Bananas here.
Bro, there they are.
First lady.
There they are.
Right, the first lady.
First lady of the Million Bananas.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, King. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, and that was saving my life. I'm kind of like tucking this right now because you pulled it up. I'm like, what?
We are smoking tobacco.
Yeah, I am. I do both. He understands. He understands completely.
Wave rolling papers.
I'm a smoker. So. I tried to roll in this organic way because I know what it does. When he came to me, there's one right there. I'm going to get to rolling it.
All right.
When he came to me, he actually tried to save me. It was just about what was going on with me using my voice on stage, and he was like, as a woman, that's not healthy. It's not pure for you. It's he's like, let me give you something else, and just let me bless you with these raps.
Right.
It wasn't even like it wasn't even like shout me out, it wasn't even like any of that. It was just like, you do this stuff, and your voice is necessary for the culture, basically.
And you don't need to be smoking.
Yeah, you don't need to be taking that in. And so he definitely just started shipping me boxes goodness. And I was like, I can't even smoke these many, but you know what I can do? I can share them.
Yeah.
I can share it. And I think I ended up sharing so much I became the first lady.
Is Organi Leaf like the parent company?
So Organi Tips.
Oh yeah, the wooden
tips,
mouthpiece.
The wooden, yeah.
That's part of them.
Yep.
Ah,
They're
okay.
family. They're family.
Right. Nice. So Umbrella, check that out, man. If
you
we're
guys,
gonna smoke one of these here in a little bit.
I'll pull it up in the cup of water. Make sure, like I tell people, I get crazy in the conversation with this. The wetter, the better. What man complains about that? I don't know. If you do, then I don't know what's wrong with you. But the wetter, the better, right? So you want to make sure. I had to put it on the flip right now because the other side isn't wet.
So then you have to dry it off with the lighter before you start to roll.
No, what? No. Okay, stop that. Slow down. Who told you this? What? I want to punish them. Yo, no.
It's not gonna make the weed wet.
No. Oh, brother. No. So you're gonna.
All right,
you're gonna dampen.
Teach me the way.
You're gonna dry it.
Okay.
With a nice little dampen.
Oh, okay.
So even with the packages, when they come out, they're gonna start selling whole packages, and they have handkerchiefs.
So these are samples in a sense? Sample packages?
No, those packages are actually out for sale. Okay. These are out there now. They're out there.
Do you know how much they're going for?
Different stores vary.
Okay.
depending on their city, their state, their tax.
Could vary.
You know, yep. It depends on, it all varies.
Check
you know?
the nearest smoke
And
shop
they're
near you.
actually out of Fresno.
Oh,
You know, so
Fresno?
the company's up north.
Got some family in Fresno.
And
Shout out family.
the leaf is from Cambodia.
Really?
Yeah. It's in Cambodia banana leaf.
Can't grow these here, I guess.
No, that part. So have fun with those banana leaves that you're gonna try to find in your backyard, but it ain't gonna be nothing similar to what is
If I
actually
catch anybody peeling bananas,
Please let them know it's wrong.
trying to dry out your banana
There's
peel.
processes to it though. You know,
Yeah.
if you read the back, there's processes in making sure that this banana leaf is smokable.
Okay.
You know, it has
I tried some leaf from some company before.
I'm thinking
It
that
wasn't
you just didn't roll it proper, because if you just told me that you burnt the leaf to dry it, that is so wrong. Who taught him that? I want to talk to you.
Well, you do that with your little, your blunts and stuff. You put the fire to it, make sure that
See, this is it, man. The lather of it all.
that looks like a hot tamale.
You see
like,
that?
outside.
Right? It does.
Corn husk. That's what I did. I smoked a corn husk. Have you smoked one of those
Why
before?
are we smoking? Why are we experimenting? What in the hell?
That's how we got to these.
I guess. Because they did tell him he was insane.
Who would have ever thought to look for these?
They did tell him, no way, you are never going to be able to sell our banana leaf. And
Moisten well with water.
yeah, moisten well, guys. Come on, get that water in there. Work it in there. Work it in there. You see the drip? Like you're almost getting rid of the water. Like, you know, that is it.
Right up.
You don't dry it with fire, though, because then I don't even know what the heck that's.
It's real smooth consistency.
Oh, you feel it now?
Yeah.
Are you feeling it now?
Feels kind of like a leather. Like
a leather?
Yeah, like a smooth, wet leather.
Like a smooth, wet leather?
You'll see how it smokes. What's the flavor on it, though?
That's what I'm gonna let you tell me the flavor on it. It's a banana leaf, so there's a hint of banana, you know?
I like banana, so that could be positive.
when the Hispanic culture gets it, they always go, plátano.
Plátano.
They always go straight, plátano. Like,
Plátano.
it never fails, you know? So it has that, I guess, banana kickback, you know? But it's not overpowering. It burns longer.
It's non-GMO.
Oh, come on.
So all my vegans out there.
No preservations. It's no synthetics. No, you know, it's really amazing, you guys. The product is amazing.
Come on now.
So when I get their asses hooked to it, you know, don't come calling me 100 times over now, because you know I'm first lady. You know, you looking for all these damn raps now. You know, because that's what happens. People end up seeing you doing something, and they automatically think, because they're friends and stuff. Girl, go on, send me one of them boxes. You know, you got about 1 million. I seen your Instagram. You got about 1 million over there. That does not mean they go to you, boo.
I gotta put them out there to people who.
I got to market the business.
Right.
So if you get them 100 times over, they don't go nowhere.
Right.
Oh, unless you're taking them on the road with you.
Right. I can take them on the road with me.
You know, that's how you talk business. Anyway, I go into a whole.
You thinking ahead of the game.
I hate going ahead of the game, bro. I have to slow my roll. You know?
Because some people can't keep up with the pace sometimes, and then
I can't keep up with my pace. That's why I need an assistant.
Still need another assistant.
Man, bro, I get it.
So with my thing, I want to ask you: is this safer to smoke than a paper?
I think so. Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. Paper is still something. It's still put.
Even a hemp.
It's paper, baby. It's paper. That's like us kids taking what we took out of the Bible and played and pretend and wrote. It's paper.
The little fake cigarette.
Forever J's were paper. There was nothing hemp, you know, about it. So, you know, I think now the concept of bringing in hemp, there's still so much chemical that goes into creating those hemp papers.
Okay. So
Because just because they put hemp in the beginning
doesn't mean it doesn't go through
ends
a
with
chemical
papers.
process.
Don't
forget that,
papers, you know. Don't get tricked in this shit, you know. It doesn't say organically all hemp.
No.
Wrap, whatever. They're gonna, you know, but be careful with what you're reading on that. Yeah.
I know we touched a little bit earlier about how the sessions and it's been a shakeup in the recent laws, recently going from what was it, Prop 215 to 64 now, or was it Prop 64 to 215? What was how did it go?
215, 64.
Okay, it was Prop 215, now it's Prop 64. So since you guys haven't made that switch out here in California, how has it shaken up or changed the landscape of the cannabis events and just dispensaries and the overall feel? Has it been a positive thing, you feel, or has it hampered the culture out here?
Oh, we gonna be honest today?
Yeah, we're being honest.
Okay, yeah, you know, I'm gonna speak my taboo. I don't give a shit where I'm at. That's why I get dismissed from stuff.
That's
That's probably why I'm not welcomed either, you know, to a lot of shit, because I keep it too true. I mean, even when I did these festivals, I had to acknowledge that Feds was in the building. Mm-hmm. It was unfortunate that other people didn't even realize that we were partaking and partying with pharma the whole time. Mm. So it's the same thing that is happening with us updating the doctors on plant-based medicine. Okay. Every time you go in and you suggest it, because they're not suggesting it to you, you're suggesting it to them. So you're now making it your own, your self-medication. You know, you're telling them that you self-medicate, and they ask you how, why, what are you doing, why would you do that, what has it cured, or, you know, even if you've gone in and you've had a sickness and you chose alternative medicine and it cured the situation. Now you become a guinea pig to them, you know, and they want to know, how did you cure that? What did you do? How often did you take those drops? You know, you're now schooling them, because they don't have any of this in their medical books.
They don't.
There's nothing in the doctor's medical book that says cannabis does this for them for this reason, for why this. So right now they're guinea pigging us and asking us to inform them. We're schooling them right now. Right. Same thing that they did when they came in, pharma, and partied with the festivals and the sessions. We schooled them on our culture. Mm-hmm. You cannot come and take over a whole culture if you do not know how it operates.
Correct. And that's what they're trying to, by making the sessions compliant and trying to kick the real.
It's a full game. It's a full cycle of control that's happening. So, like, even with the farmers being scared and moving out, they're even sending them to locations because the farmer will spread word that, oh, okay, guess what? We can grow per se in Anza. Guess what, guys? We can all go grow in Anza. So everybody goes and runs and moves over to Anza, and everybody's now, you know, because this is going out via Instagram that Anza was supposed to have a shutdown.
Where's Anza located?
It's out here in California. I can't really, I've never been to Anza. Well, maybe I have and not known it. You know what I mean? I probably passed through it, but it's like a place that's highly cultivated. Okay. You know, out in California. It's kind of like the Humble that you would hear. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's another place that they pushed people to. You know, it's kind of like, you know, the regentrification of a community.
Yeah, I see that happening a lot in California.
Okay, that's what's happening with our culture.
Yeah,
cannabis, regentrification of our cannabis culture. That's what's happening. And I mean, for all explanation, you know, when they move and put it out, you can no longer be a part of this community because you can afford to be a part of this community.
Like those high-end events that they're trying to put on, and not so much the underground sessions where everybody's being able to buy product from local farmers and you know, licensed art.
And then you're charging them every month to run this licensing, and but you're not giving them a place to sell it. Okay. You've removed every place for them to be able to legally sell their product, and now they're stuck with this product and they still owe you money at the beginning of the month to keep going legal. It's a game, and it's just to weed out the weak from the shaft, you know.
So let's say before all of this happened with shutting down certain sessions and certain events for the community, what was your favorite event that you attended out here in California? Not being biased, because I know you were a part of a lot of events and hosting and stuff, but if you had to choose, what was one of your best?
I loved them all. I did. I loved them all.
What was one of your best sessions that you used to go to before things started getting like rocky and a little shady out there?
Ooh, man. Best sesh? I mean, there's a million sessions. We call them seshes. There's so many coded names for these things. But I'm gonna say for what, and this is hard because a lot of them have their own caliber of greatness. They all did something particularly different. So Taco Sesh brought what they brought for their value of what they brought for theirs. Blacklist Sesh brought for what theirs was value. Doobie Sesh brought together what they brought for their value. They all did successfully well until they turned on each other. But that was thanks to pharma, you know, and thanks to the culture being in this transition. They didn't stick together throughout what the change was, you know, and so it broke a lot of them down. And so now they're coming back, but they have to come back compliant.
Now, at these compliant events, is it still the same vibe as before, or what's different now?
It's very sketch. It's very sketch. One, before the rooms, the people would be waiting outside to get into these buildings. You know, like the lines would be lit. You would have to wait because, you know, the max amount of people to be able in the building, you know, and they had to make sure the fire marshals don't come through and shut shit down. So they had to keep people in. Yeah, 10 out, 10 in, 10 out, 10 in, you know, and it was packed. That's why I said I've seen every sesh do amazing. Every sesh did their shit for what they were in their you know, seshes, what they provided. Okay. So if Taco Sesh provided comedy or whatever, that's what they provided and it was amazing. Blacklist provided wrestlers and art, that was what they provided and it was amazing, you know. It depended on the verbal of the person and the culture that they played in.
So now when you go to the sessions, are you still able to purchase the same way?
I love them all, they paid me.
Right on. Are you still able to purchase product the same way you were before? Like,
it's sketch, bro. Everything's sketch. Right now it's sketch. You're sketch about going in. You're sketch about who you're purchasing from. You're sketch about if the product's even good anymore. You don't know if it's, you know, everything is so sketch and it's unfortunate, but this is exactly what they built, the fear. And we're living in that right now, you know, across the board. So if we're scared to go into sessions, then we're not going, you know, so there's less people there. There's less people partaking in it, meaning the vendors, because some of them are not licensed, you know. And then as a license, not compliant, and some of these people are running the risk of their license being in the same building of a non-compliant, you know, vendor. Wow. Because sometimes these people aren't doing their jobs and making sure that these people are compliant to be in the building and they're covering everything, you know. And
so they're really hampering the market right now for all the independent, even clothing brands, accessory brands, because now if these sessions aren't happening on a certain clip, or if they're still not as successful as they were before, now they're not seeing as many patrons come in to view their brands. So that's really detrimental as a whole to what everybody's doing out here. So I hope that, you know, we do find a way to where compliant events feel the same way they used to, even though they probably will never feel that way again, but in a sense to where, you know, somewhere we feel like a level ground is met from like where it was at before to where
we have to understand the culture feels robbed. You know, the culture feels robbed, and so they're hurt, you know, and they don't know what to trust, they don't know what to believe in anymore. It's so much up and down, and so the culture is segregated. We're separated, you know. It's unfortunate because a lot of people had money to make their business be what they were supposed to be, and a lot of people should have came together. The division, they should have just came together to go forward in this, create some type of force, and everybody come under that one name, you know. And
too many egos.
Bro, it comes down to that, you know, and that's really what it was too, watching everybody lose their shit behind the clout, chasing the clout.
We were talking about
the clout. The clout.
Clout wars.
Yes, they will do anything for the clout. And I mean, I've seen people with grills, chains that are heavier than them, and I'm just like, for why? We are in cannabis. You rap? Since when? You know, like anything that's artistic to you, I don't take away from anybody's art, you know, if they're artists. By all means, get that shit out, you know. But don't come and go, you know, I'm the next boo boo boo. Since when?
We haven't heard.
You just turned around and felt like today you were this person. That person's felt like that all their life. You know, like, let's be real with our shit.
Question.
Yes, sir.
What's up with the rap right now?
So I'm in the process of rolling it.
Is it still like?
No, this is good, bro. This is good. You just
give us 1 moment to get this rap together, and we're gonna come right back.
All right, we're coming back.
All right, and we're back. All right, show us that million banana roll, and we'll put this tobacco piece of shit out. I want to check this out. You know, I'm excited to see, because this backwood life has got to end for me sometime soon. And I know you've been off the backwoods for a while. You've been leaning towards I've seen a couple people lean off the backwoods recently. My guy Adam Ill, he stopped smoking the backwoods.
It's important.
And you guys are both smoking those.
It's important, bro. Yeah. It's really important. I mean, because the chemicals is just no better than we play people about cigarettes all day, and it's really the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
I mean? So we take in the same aspect of the chemical. It's just not the full wrap of the chemical. We're just taking in the layers that they put on it. They put a spread. We took a spread of it, you know.
Yeah, and put it together.
We think because we're releasing the tobacco, it's still now, you know, it was rolled
carcinogen.
Yeah. So it doesn't even matter.
So what's one, as you light that up, what's one of your favorite ways to consume the cannabis right now? What's been like your go-to for situations? Like, tell me what's your situational cannabis intake right now, as far as like what's on the wake and bake.
Oh shit! So I definitely like. My life is fucking crazy, man.
I know, because you're always moving.
Yeah, he's literally. Like, I wish I had it in me to roll like at night, because it really requires that with these. Like, to be able to get up and go with Million Bananas, you have to pretty much preset yourself the day before. So if you know if you know you smoke more than 10, get in there and roll about 5, and then come the next day while you smoking that one and roll the other 5. You know what I mean? It's that like.
That's a lot. 10 blunts in a day.
In a day? That's a lot.
Maybe because I'm smoking like tobacco and backwoods, I don't smoke that much. Damn, I smoke a lot. Maybe I do. I don't even count anymore, so that's probably
you
where
done lost the concept of what you doing in smoking. You don't even know no more. See,
I don't smoke all the time though anymore.
I think you know what? I never kept up. I never kept up with how I smoke until people around me seen how much I smoke. And they tell me how much I smoke. I don't even realize how much I smoke until somebody else says, again? And then I count the agains, you know? And then I'm like, you better get this again away from me. Get the again away from me. I can't deal.
I like this.
Yeah? Oh, yeah?
I don't know if it's because the weed is good.
No, the weed is great, obviously. But can you,
maybe it's the Cali weed or something.
Can you taste the weed?
I can taste the weed. Amazing.
Okay. Amazing.
And it's giving me a good like little texture. You know what I'm saying? Maybe.
Oh, it don't taste like leather?
For me, it's this experience of like mimicking what my brain already likes to do. It's like, you know what, I like the tobacco.
You know
it kind of feels tobacco.
You prejudged too, because you was like, this is like a leather, this is like a, ooh, do we really get to smoke this?
No, I thought the feeling.
Is this right? Is this even right? And then now he's like, damn, this tastes so right, so smooth. You know what it is too? I think everybody thinks it's gonna have this harsh, like crazy kickback taste because of the filling and the thickness of it. You know, there is a thickness to it.
Can the cameraman?
Man, if you don't spin that out there and let them go ahead. Get him in there. Get that head in there. Yes, try that. Jaden, get a whiff of that. Jaden, get in there and get that too. Oh yeah.
If this wasn't my last backwood, I'd throw it out the window. But since it's already rolled, but I'm making the switch over. These.
Yeah, this is legit.
What?
You just got a new guy on the team, man. Because I think I need. Like your friend say, I need a whole box of these.
It happens. So this is what happens to me, and I go. I am not the full fucking distributor. I don't supply them like that. I'm the first lady, and I do what's right for the company. If I can give it out and attack one person, then maybe that person will go out and purchase it for the better sake of their health.
Yeah, because I've tried some other products such as this, like this, and it wasn't hitting like that. It wasn't clapping.
I'm trying to tell you, the hemp don't do it like that. The hymn
Smokey P approved that shit.
Thank you, Smokey P. We appreciate it.
Man, that shit definitely. If you've been thinking about putting the backwoods down, you coming from someone who's been smoking them for quite some time, this is probably where you want to go with it, man.
Oh, and don't forget, I don't know where I put
health
it. The seal.
Is wealth.
Oh, boom.
In this day and age.
This too. This is so important.
Oh, and you need the little. I didn't see you use that.
I did.
Is it a little harder to get these to stick if you don't have it?
So fast, and then you got up and all that rush to check out the spot, and then he was like, "Oh, it's rolled," and then he was like, "Showtime." And I was like, damn, this how it go? He walked up, stretched himself, came back, let's go. Didn't even see this happening.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to watch the process so he could really get it, because from what I heard, you burnt the fucking leaf, and that doesn't happen, okay? So don't burn your leaf, soak them.
Don't put any fire to your leaf, please.
No, what lady wants it like super like, I don't know why I said lady, but anyway, dry and hot, like there's got to be some type of lubrication to it, you know? You got to keep it moist, keep it wet, keep it lathered, keep it smooth, you know?
Fresh.
The groove, got to keep it smooth, you know?
Real fresh around here.
Yes, please keep it real fresh around here.
Got to keep it old school, yeah. If you don't keep your weed
I love this.
Yeah.
FYI, I love the old school baggie, like, you know what I'm saying? I might create like an old school reusable baggie and shit, because I think that's dope.
Yeah.
Like the old baggie look and shit.
This is the culture right
It's what we are right there. That is exactly what it is.
I mean, honestly. The designs on them.
I don't know. You kind of come from a bougie culture too, because I come from plastic bag culture.
What, the one that don't seal?
No, the one like from the market, like the store. Like
they can. This a 99-cent bag.
No, like they can rip the grocery store bag
and just pounds, right?
Yeah, you know, the grocery store bag. They cut that shit up and wrap your little dub A.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, you know, so that's why I said hood. Let's go a little bit farther.
Let's take it back.
Sometimes you might even get it in a napkin. You know what I'm saying?
You don't
better have your own bag.
BYOB. It has to be like that.
It
man.
does. You don't never know how you're gonna get it.
So, this is like a little deeper subject because it always hits home with me as it always strikes me crazy how we're moving so fast into this cannabis industry, making it $1 billion industry, and we still have people locked up for cannabis doing time. I want to hear how you feel on what we could work out across all 50 states or around the world for the cannabis plant, because we have more knowledge on it and we're turning it into this conglomerate type of industry. Where do you see that we could do something for the people who've had issues with this?
We definitely need to come together and use our names, signatures, it's voices, it's faces, it's being there in that place. If you know that there's somebody that has a case in your city, it's about being present. It's about coming.
Your voice will be heard.
Your voice will be heard. It's about bringing your media to attention. We can't just be media attention on social influencers. If we're influenced by this situation and it brings us pain, it brings, certain people are going through, a lot of people are going through it, you know, and it just needs to be brought to the light, in another light. I think if we're present for the cases that's going on, there's bigger cries. They'll hear the cries. They're not crying alone any longer. They have people to support the situation. I mean, for Kim Kardashian to get involved,
that's crazy for her.
Salute you, girl, because in reality, like, she wasn't never something I really like. Oh, Kim Kardashian, you know what I mean? But salute her for that. To me, that made, I've never had a connection with Kim, I can relate with her on that. You know what I mean? Like, there goes my relation to have a conversation with her, because now she's in a whole nother element of living. She's now opened her mind to what is fucked up out here, what's really going on. She's now awoke. You know what I mean? And we can keep staying. I think it's just about being awoke and being supportive to what everything's happening. Get with your city councils, get with everything that's going on for cannabis, Las Vegas Norm.
Yeah, Las Vegas Norm.
Salute Norm,
Norm
they go crazy.
In all 50 states, I believe.
Yes,
right?
yes, they are. They're here in California, or Orange County Norm. Salute you too. Yeah, they're everywhere, but the thing is, get with them. They need your signatures. They need your voices. They need your footwork. They're out there.
These guys with
they're out there.
platforms.
Yeah, they're out there protesting, bro, in front of you. Get with them. If you're serious about it, show your face about it.
And that's what I think I don't really like about what cannabis is turning into. It's really turning into like a popularity contest about, who can connect with who and what brand is associated with this person. Now that you see more celebrities getting involved, you see athletes getting involved. So
that's
it's
disgusting.
It's a weird time to see where it's headed.
So when I say, cultivators aren't the only ones struggling in the industry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're
so
all right.
are influencers. Because now influencers are getting put out because of the new influencers that they're bringing in line. It's like these people that we've never even heard smoke cannabis now smoke cannabis, and you guys, because they're the $1 million man, or they got so much money. Those are the faces that they rather entertain, because these are $1 million companies that are coming in, and so they have the money to play with those caliber of people, and of course what's happening now, it's becoming bombarded with people that are like, shit, they giving money to do this? Put me on, sign me up. Oh wait, can I get me a collective too? It's this shit happening, and then
I've got $1 million.
I got $1 million. Who can, but not minute, because if you're really working hard for what it is that you believe in this culture, and you're putting your foot going forward, there's a place for you. It is a huge market.
That's why I continue to do my show, season 2, Puffing with
it.
bringing
the
culture, and the community what we need. Making sure that the people who really build this up don't get lost in the shuffle. So, it's always going to be part of my duty to continue to put our people on, put anybody who's been working in the community on, and anybody who's doing some of the same type of work that we're doing. I, commend you to keep doing that, because we are a part of the story, whether you think it or not, how big it is or how small it is.
Prohibition.
Just telling your portion of your story from your view will always be respected, as long as it's the heart's in it. So you will continue to see season after season of Puffing with P, because I want to puff with some of the most
I'm coming back
people.
And shit.
We're gonna do something
you probably
again.
don't do like, repetitively and shit, but I'm coming back. I'm gonna come back and sit with you and somebody else and shit.
Come to Vegas.
That type of comeback, like, what's up? They're gonna be like, I'm just walking the room and, kind of like,
Maybe you can bring me
What's
on one of your
up?
projects.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
What's something that you got going
Well,
on that you want to, inform us about moving forward?
Going forward, my biggest thing that I've been working on, we just came back from Las Vegas, was Taboo Talks.
Taboo Talks.
Taboo Talks.
Right on.
We're on our 5th session. And we
what is
closed out
Taboo
at
Talks
6.
again?
Taboo Talks is a 6-series women's speakers panel.
Okay.
So we basically cover all type of taboo topics in cannabis.
Yeah. That's what I assumed. So, nice.
So, yeah. Things that are taboo, privilege, racism, sobriety.
All right.
Mental health.
That's a big one right now.
We just came back from Vegas. We did
you did mental health in Vegas?
Memorial Weekend.
Wow, that's crazy. That's a big place for mental health right now. It's Las Vegas. It's a real, a lot of shit goes on in Las Vegas, along with the casinos.
Absolutely, brother.
Mental
health mental health is a wide variety of sickness itself, mental health.
Yes.
There are so many varieties of sickness in mental health.
And they need to look.
We can't sum it to one person, and we all kind of got mental health issues. You living in this world today, you mentally ill, and that's just because the world is causing the emotion and the confliction and the confusion. It's a lot. It's even with cannabis, they're causing confusion right now. It's causing a lot of mental illness with this confusion that's happening.
And something that's been striking me in the cannabis space, maybe some little touchy topic, but as far as the reason I feel like a lot of people are moving towards legalizing cannabis is because we don't know what these people are putting on the cannabis and who can we trust, because the people who we've been getting our cannabis from for years are more than likely not really in the big business of the big cannabis that we're getting in these dispensaries. So they're coming from master growers who have learned maybe from master growers.
Than support your local farmers. Mom and pops.
That's it.
Support your local farmers.
But they're trying to break down all the mom and pop shops.
I mean, they can try it, but we know that.
So grow your own. Learn to grow. That's the new wave.
If you guys want to
secure yourself, learn
I
to grow
don't have
your own.
time to keep up with a cultivation, brother. I know my plants will scream at me every day.
That'd be bad as hell.
I don't have the time to do it.
Where you at, Gina?
Exactly. I got to find me the perfect cultivar or cultivar that's for me.
Yeah.
I want my own strand.
That's a wave too.
I do want my own strand, but I want my strand to have value. I want it to be something that I know is gonna knock my ass back and everybody else I deal with.
If you had a strand made, who would you go through to cultivate it?
Right now, I'm already talking to somebody.
Oh, bomb dropped.
Yeah, I'm already in talks to somebody.
Okay.
And I'm an indica girl, so I will be.
You want to tell us what it's crossed with, or you just want to keep that under wraps?
Oh no, he told me, so I gave him the name before too of what I wanted to move, what I wanted to name the product, because of course I'm talking to him. He has to consider doing this. He's a genetic creator.
So this is like next level.
This is not something he's already grown.
Not a clone.
It's not a clone. This is a
this is where you take the male. He dusts off on the female. And,
she's mine. I created her on later type of thing, I'm dealing with a genetic creator. Well, I could say his name, Stank Boy Seeds. Salute my brother, Stank Boy Seeds. Stank Boy, and they got some stank, brother. He's out in Florida now. He used to be out here, and then he went to New Mexico, and now he's out in Florida.
World traveler.
He actually is making a lot of moves, and a lot of great moves with cannabis. As a genetic creator, what people don't understand, that's where the money is. It's like to have a business, to be able to sell certain strands, you have to be able to create a certain gene. If you don't have the direct gene, you almost do not have the right
to create.
To profit or reproduce that product.
Without
So if you were to find a seed and they found out that you ended up growing a farm of this, you're going down because
that's not yours. Oh damn. There you go. Well, that's not a good.
There we are. How's this banana leaf?
Oh man.
I'm getting thumbs up. That's all I know. Thumbs up.
Yes, it's been Smokey P approved. From the get go. I was like, damn. I don't even feel like hitting my back to it now. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna have to
embarrassing.
wait. I'm gonna have to wait till later because my lungs are gonna be jacked.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Man, I
trying to
think
get back into the gym, workout, trying to tell people that you
I
can
need
be.
to get back too.
We need to open up the cannabis community to other forms of
That's what's happening.
health and
That's what's happening.
Yeah.
It's going into a whole nother market, especially with farmers coming in. Then they're gonna press the meditation and yoga and the there's all this is coming with it. You know, we just got to prepare ourselves and be aware of what our community is transitioning through. And go where you're comfortable, be safe, make sure you're taking in, just because man, it's dry out here too, for the state of California. It's dry out here, like, oh gosh, it's so bad right now.
Well, because they're shutting down every shop left and right. All the pounds are gone. All the pounds are gone.
It's beyond that too. It's all the new legalizations that happen across the state. So with all the new licensings going across the states, no, they've come and collected because they have not had time to cultivate.
Okay.
There's no time to cultivate for them. They just got legalized, you know what I mean? So where are their farmers? Who are their farmers? This is never something their state ever considered, and now it's there.
Yeah.
So guess where they're coming to get their product?
The black market.
And it's dry, bro. So a lot of things is happening, We just have to be alert and stay up on research. Fucking Google everything else.
Yeah, Google.
Google will tell you. Somebody out there is
Dr.
informing
Google.
you of the shit. So
I'm
if
Dr.
you want to
Google.
know it, me too. I live by it.
Yeah. What's
Look
going
it
on?
up.
I've got.
Even for Instagram, I put like in search engine.
Uh-huh.
That's a Google, like, you know what I mean? It's like a form of Google. I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it.
Yeah, that's been a good.
Hashtags are life. That's why they have it. What do you want to look by? Hashtag by this by
Now,
people by.
Earlier this year, I saw. Wasn't it earlier this year? California passed the bill for lounges.
You guys just got the bill passed, right?
We did, but then they reneged it and just said we can't do public consumption. Oh, they did? So you guys
they
don't have
passed
to
or
open
reneged to we're back on pass. It's like
so right now it's green light
for a month, not for a month, for a month, not for a month. Everyone's going through the same shit, but honestly, I think they're going to use California as the forefront to make the stance on. I mean, you guys came in proper though. Vegas came in with the shit. Like, we're not taking the risk. And California's like, oh yeah.
We're gonna
catch
do
me
it.
if you can, like.
Because there was supposed to.
Fucking rebels without a cause. We don't know. I love us, man. I love what we are. I love our culture, good and bad. Everybody's reputation. You have to have a reputation. You have to do good. You have to do bad.
It's a war.
You got a reputation is the
it's
point.
a battleground out here in California.
And if you did something in cannabis, don't lose your reputation. Stand behind what the fuck you did. Don't run because that's what they want you to do. And when in the industry or the patients, the real patients rely on you. We rely on your meds. We're now being forced to have to go into places to consume what they consider whatever product they want to give us. We don't even know this shit. Some of the shit I'm like, what is this shit?
Yeah.
Who are they? Where did they come from? Never seen this shit day in my life. But they're right there next to some of the people we knew that held on. And so what I would say, support your mom and pops. If you know that they're on the shelf in there, support them. Support them.
You got to, man, from the ground up. So as we try to wrap this up, and
wrap it.
I want to talk about what you can say to up and coming people in the cannabis space who feel like, oh man, there's too many people doing something. What would you say to those people who want to start doing something positive in the community but don't necessarily know what lane to go or where to start? You're someone I feel like you've built a solid foundation and you've grown from the ground up, kind of like the bluntness, saying. So
that's my favorite hat. I wore that shit to like dingy gray.
Hey, you got to.
It once was
I
black.
don't even have mine's so messed up I can't even wear it on camera.
Now it's like, from the ground up. It looked like it came from the ground up. That's what it looked like,
Yes.
I love it though. That's my favorite hat. It's like a lucky hat for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I do, bro. I love that hat. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. I had to. It was. There's no more left. There's none left.
Yeah, because I think I bothered you about it like 12 times. Like, so let me get the red one. You got the. You got what you got. Like, oh, damn.
I got some new stuff coming for you. So
I can't wait, brother. And I'll support. It's all about the support of it all.
And that's what we need.
To go forward. Yeah. to be able to go forward and for you to appreciate it, you going forward, you have to support it, you know. Even if you give a discount, I love family discount, you know what I'm saying? We family and shit. Come on, bro, you know, we family. Give me the discount, you know. Same thing you would think with your weed man, how you want to be your weed man best friend and shit. But bro, we best friends. Give me my fucking $60 and stop playing with me.
Stop playing with my money, smoking.
Yeah, you want a whole half an ounce for 60. Get the fuck out my face. You want a whole half an ounce for. I'm sorry if am I not supposed to cuss? Because I kind of reserved that back. I did well. I'm proud of myself.
We're gonna put the 21 and over tag on it, so you.
Parental advisory really necessary because it's due with cannabis anyway.
Rated R.
I think still I really fucked up that the 18, like they should have left it, you know, it's just all jacked up, so it's all, you know, but whatever, because I was ready to go. I'm still ready to go into high schools and let them prepare them for what's going on. So when they come into this, I really think that these kids need to understand why they're medicating, not just recreational smoking, you know, not for the fun of it all. If you can explain to your parent why you think you need medicinal cannabis, I pretty much for sure if your parent's a medicinal user, they will understand.
For sure.
You know, they will understand. So it's really about understanding for yourself why you're gonna medicate. And don't say because I like to get high.
I would say for most people who play sports, my story is I didn't really even want to get into cannabis, but my homies on the football team were smoking. I got introduced to it. It helped me with my pain. Man. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, I was like, yo, this is, you know, I like to get high on the weekends after
I didn't
games
get high in high school. I wasn't that cool.
No?
Nah, I was popular, but I wasn't cool enough to get high.
I didn't start smoking on the regular.
I don't want to take that fade getting home. I would get the fade to get fade. No, I'm not taking them. Too many fades going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to chill till I can do what I want to do.
Yeah.
But after high school, I tried it in high school, but it wasn't something that I went to.
That's the
but I ain't gonna
ground.
lie, I thought the hippies were the coolest people ever.
My hippie shit.
The ones that are, you know, the ones, they didn't give a shit what you thought. They didn't.
We thought they were weird. We were like, what the fuck? You loved it.
They didn't give a shit. They wore the shit yesterday. They come back in the same. They didn't give a shit. The only thing they changed was maybe a hat, shoes, something different, but they wear the same shit and look at you like, what's your problem? Like, you got issues. In reality, if kids were capable of consuming cannabis, I think bullying wouldn't even be a real issue.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't give a fuck. There's a fuck it feeling in cannabis. Just fuck it. Who gives a fuck, you know? And if kids could partake in that, I don't care what you say.
I still see people being mean on cannabis.
People
still bully on cannabis.
That's because they are bullies for life, you know, like we gotta learn to identify that with people. You know what, like, you know, cannabis isn't helping you. We gotta tell people that, you know, hey, you know what, cannabis ain't helping you.
Yeah.
Because we gotta identify with
cannabis isn't for everyone. Let's say that. I will say that.
But not only that, let's identify with sometimes they're mixing it with alcohol, and so we get this concept that cannabis, no, they're partaking in other things. That isn't anything that has anything to do with cannabis. The herb is now out the essence. You know what I mean? There is no more essence of the herb because they're now partaking in other things, and that rouses them up into different natures. You know, and it gets confused because if it's in the mix of the cannabis industry, it gets confused with both. You know, so if you have an open bar at a cannabis event,
then you know what to expect.
Pretty much. And
that's why lounges in Las Vegas aren't gonna. I think
I'd rather see people kind of stuck and sleeping in the corner than see people puking and fighting everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we have to know what type of events that we're creating and what type of realms, space that we're creating for people to come in and actually enjoy themselves under the medicinal herb.
Yeah.
It does not have to be about partying.
We need what's that Woodstock back? Can we bring a Woodstock back?
Yeah, it's coming. It's a coming. They got a whole city going down, you know, right now.
Really?
Yeah, they're building it's gonna be a Woodstock. They're building a whole city in Palm Springs, Hot Desert, somewhere out that way. Yeah, it's a whole city going down right now. People are invested in this city, cannabis people. So it's gonna be based on cannabis.
Isn't what's his name? Mike Tyson is on a ranch out here? Have you heard about it?
No, I haven't heard about his ranch, but I did hear about that other shit that happened with him the other day, and that was crazy.
What, with whack?
Yeah, bro, you know.
Yeah. I didn't see it, but I heard.
I just heard. I didn't see, but it's just even the hearing of it all kind of hurt. I come from music, and so it's just disturbing, because regardless, he's a legend. Mm-hmm. And he invited you on the show, and we have to learn to hold our composure, and we have to learn to control our internal feelings. Mm-hmm. You cannot allow somebody to press you to come across. You lose, they win instantly win when you come across, and have to give more of yourself than conversation. If you can't hold it in your words, then you lose.
Always lose in the end.
Mm-hmm. Hold it down to words. Keep your argument pure. It's argument. So that's what happens with people when they can't argue any longer. They
take it to another level.
Time to go. I'm done arguing. I don't have an argument. What's up?
I can't take it to the words anymore.
No, bro. So
that's why we sit back and we enjoy cannabis and
love cannabis.
Kick the positive vibes and
and I wish positive and love back into that and light over those brothers, because Tyson is an amazing individual and he is a partaker of cannabis now, and I know that he lives on another spiritual realm himself. And I hope that there's forgiveness and healing in there somewhere. It happens, shit happens, and maybe it was just a sensitive subject, and maybe there's something they can talk about, going forward. But in our culture, we should not advertise shit like that.
Never. It's all positivity.
So when it goes bad is when we repost it. Let's leave the bad shit off. That's where the shit.
Yeah, don't repost the bad stuff. Only repost the good stuff.
The positive stuff.
Just like this interview that we're having here down in LA with our girl Gina J.
Hello.
I want to thank you again for having us come down
Thanks
and puffing with P, kicking the season off the right way. You want to give a shout out to anybody else before we head out, or fast. I'll do this shit like Soul Train. No, I'm just playing.
But Tony Hassan, which we're
thank you for allowing us to
use your beautiful studio, man. Thank you so much, Tony Hassan. Not just that, his collection, man. He has some amazing stuff, and I just. Like Jersey, he has like the Jersey play, and he does partake in cannabis, but his name is Tony Hassan, and it's the collection. So it happened to be THC, and I'm like, for me as a stoner, exactly. But me as a what they would say stoner, I'm like, I need that in my closet. I'm wearing this to events.
I'm a Supreme stoner.
You're Supreme?
Yeah.
So who gave you your Supreme shit? Where'd you get that at?
Out of Las Vegas, my guy Virgil.
Virgil, I'm Supreme too. Let me smoke with you.
Yeah, we got to get you some gear. I'll link you up with
banana style.
Yeah, banana style.
Let me convince you that smoking is supreme through bananas, baby.
Yeah, this shit is next level. If I show him, he's gonna like this because
he's gonna love it.
Yeah, he's a big time smoker. He thinks he can outsmoke everybody.
People can't roll it, so you actually need me present so I can teach you. Because you don't think P's gonna be. He burns his before.
Nah, I saw how to get the process down.
Now you know how to lather it and treat her right, right?
I'm gonna do it
right. Treat her right.
All right. From here on, I got 4 of them right here. Ladies. I'll send you pictures of them later, and you can go check them out. I'm gonna post them on my story, so you guys can always check. What P's smoking on.
You better follow. You better be following both of us, because we got a lot of shit going on, man. A lot of shit coming to you, and I know you're busy, man.
Yeah, we got a couple.
You're in LA right now, like you didn't move the whole unit. The set is mobile, guys.
Hey, we're on the go, man. This is what it is. Smoky P around the globe. What can we say?
Hello.
Hey.
Let's kick that.
Thank you guys for joining me for another episode of Puffin' with P. I had an amazing time with Gina J today. You guys got to see how we smoked it up in the Tony Hassan studios. So I want to thank you again for allowing us to shoot. And Queen came to bless us with her presence and the vibes. Tune in for the whole entire season. Link in bio.
Better tune in.
Appreciate you.
That part.
Peace.